Hello and welcome to Hexed Encountered. My name is Joe. Today I'm going to be continuing my series on the game Valor Victory. This is a PC game. It is based on a war game that was designed in 2007 by Barry Doyle. The digital adaptation was done by Yobowargames and is published by Slitherine Games. This is the fourth in the series. This will probably be the last one for a little bit at least. As my goal was initially to do a video on the base game and each of the 3 DLCs that are released or about to be released in the case of Arnhem. And this video will be the 4th of those. This is the 3rd DLC I'm doing. I did the base game in my first video in the series. I did Arnhem in the 2nd, Stalingrad in the 3rd, and here we have the Shield of Cholm as the last of the 4 videos. So this, as opposed to Stalingrad and Operation Market Garden, this is probably a little bit more obscure of a setting for the game. The Shield of Cholm is about the basically Kampfgruppe Scherer here, as you can see in the description, held this village in northern Russia basically for almost 5 months, and they were, or 4 months I guess, they were surrounded for most of that time. There's a famous encirclement, or near encirclement I guess. There was actually a corridor open to Demyansk, which is just north and slightly east of Cholm. And so this one is basically somewhat similar in some ways to like Arnhem, where you had the British paratroopers who were surrounded and trying to hold off the Germans. And in Stalingrad you obviously had things like Pavlov's house, where the building was under assault from the Germans, or Stalingrad itself, where the Germans' 6th Army actually ended up being encircled and ultimately eliminated. So this one is also an encirclement. We have the Soviets attempting to pry the Germans out of this town. This was somewhat of a sideshow compared to Demyansk and some of the other things that were going on elsewhere on the Eastern Front at this time during the Soviets' winter counteroffensive, which immediately followed Operation Barbarossa. So, as you can see here, it says, in early December 1941, the Soviets launched 7 armies on a 200-mile front. In January 1942, the Russian 3rd and 4th Shock armies drove on the axis of Cholm, Toropets, and a pocket was formed around the town of Cholm. Cholm, despite the general appearance of a run-of-the-mill Russian village, was of strategic significance. It held a bridge across the lengthy Lovat River and dominated a road nexus of 4 main roads amid an otherwise large marshy and low-lying area. So there you have the strategic significance of this town and why the Soviets wanted to take it, and why the Germans, put up such a fierce defense of it. The Germans actually relieved it eventually, and then obviously once the spring of 42 came along, they launched their 1942 offensive, which was focused on the south as opposed to Army Group Center and Moscow. So we are going to go next. We have 12 scenarios in this DLC. They range from January, when the attack first began, and actually in this first scenario you get to play, if you're playing as the Soviets, you would actually get to play with some partisan units, which don't have the same kind of firepower or abilities as regular army units, although this is an elite unit. They range from that all the way up to the German counterattack after the siege was actually lifted in early May. So we're going to look for something relatively straightforward to play. You have all kinds of things here, and we're going to I'm actually going to play this scenario here, Red Ruin Roulette. So this was towards the end of the siege. It's May 1st of 42. 2 platoons from Company 2 of Infantry Regiment 409 had flown into the Cholm pocket by glider in early March to help augment Kampfgruppe Scherer. For those men that remained alive and combat effective nearly 2 months later, May Day saw them in some of the bitterest and closest fighting of the nearly 100-day-old siege. May 1st opened with a massive Soviet artillery barrage for 1st Platoon of Company 2 under Lieutenant Stenzel. Stationed in the Red Ruins as its commander, the Russian line was less than 40 meters away, and once the barrage had lifted, it was not long until Russian grenades rained down amid his positions in the ruins and cellars. Worse, the defenders could catch glimpses of Soviet tanks rumbling past them on the rampage. So this is a 7-turn scenario. It's an objective-based scenario, which means the attacker, which in this case is the Soviets, must control all of the objectives at the end of the last turn to win the game. So we will be playing as the Soviets here. Our German opponents have, 5 leaders, 2 elite rifle squads, 2 elite half squads, 10 regular rifle squads, 5 regular half squads, 2 satchel charges, 1 mortar, 6 machine guns or MG-34 machine guns, 1 PZB-39, and 5 grenades. On the Soviet side, we have 3 leaders, 5 squads of conscripts, and you can see that they're not quite as effective as a regular army. Their range is only a 3, whereas regular is a 6. 2 half squads of elite Soviets, elite Soviet rifle squads, not quite up to Guards level. Guards is elite of the elite, essentially. They have slightly better stats here. But you can see the difference mainly between a regular rifle squad, of which we have 12, and an elite rifle squad, of which we have 5, is their survivability, their casualty rating is 1 higher. So it takes a little bit more to kill one of these guys than it does one of these guys. Otherwise, their firepower and offensive punch is essentially identical. And then we have 1 half squad here of regular rifle. We have a Maxim 1910 heavy machine gun, 3 grenades, 4 light DP 1928 machine guns, 2 satchel charges, a pair of T-60s, and 1 KV-1 S tank. So one big Stalin tank, I guess, essentially here. You can see its stats are significantly better than the T-60. So we are going to get started here. We have 7 turns in which to capture our objectives. So let's check out the map. A lot of objectives on here. We start in the command phase as always. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hexes of objectives to capture. Some of these guys are, let me zoom in a little bit. These guys are in a building. It's hard to see here, but you can see under the flag that there's a building there. So definitely a significant German presence amongst the defenders. And then you also have the Soviets here. This is the Soviet map edge. This is the German map edge. We need to cross some open ground here. Lots of shell holes from all the fighting that has been going on. You can see a lot of the buildings are ruins, essentially. And so we need to capture all of these within 7 turns. So this is going to be this has to be a hard press, which is always tough because the Germans can put a lot of firepower out. So command phase, in the first turn, you hardly ever have anything to do. We don't even have any support in this particular scenario. No light or heavy barrages, no air support, no smoke, and we don't have any need to swap weapons around or recombine or split any of our squads. So we're just going to move to the fire phase. So now we're in the fire phase, and so here's where you have to determine, because you can only fire or move. You have to determine what you want your units to do. Now, ideally, what you want is you have to keep in a situation like this. You have to keep in your mind the range of your opponents. So here we have in this hex right here, which is an objective hex, we have 2 full squads of German rifles who have a range of 6. So we know they can reach out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They can basically reach out almost. They're 1 shy of being able to hit these guys. So they're barely out of range. But these guys here absolutely can hit our forces. Same thing down here. These guys are dangerous. These guys are dangerous. This guy, he's only got a firepower of 2. So that's not terribly dangerous, but he's still well within range. Whereas this guy back here, 1, 2, 3, 4, he's in range as well. So, and then here we have a couple of half squads and grenades. So the range here isn't that bad, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they're in range. These guys would be in range of Aralov up here. Okay, so What this is telling me, and this is just how I think about these things. I want to try and pin these guys if I can. There's one squad here, one squad here. We've got 2 squads here, one of rifles, one of conscripts. The conscripts, 1, 2, 3, won't be able to reach them. But the rifle squad can. Now that's a light attack. It's a 4. So I might not fire this guy and have him advance if I can pin these 2 with somebody else. So let's try and have them. Let's try and have these guys. 1, 2, 3. This one can actually fire here and hopefully pin these guys. So they're in ruins. Gives them a +2. So anything we roll, we're going to add 2 to it. They don't have a leader on the Russian side, so we don't get any positive benefits. So we're going to try this anyway. We're going to roll and hope we roll low. A 9 is not going to do it. So it gets adjusted to an 11 by that +2, and that's a miss. So we'll try it again here. These conscripts can reach him. We'll give it a shot. Hope we roll low. A 7 isn't going to get it done. But we have to keep trying. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, they can reach. Let's try this guy here. Hope for a low. Nothing. Nothing at all. This is why this game is tough, because if you don't roll low enough, you just don't do any damage to them. Well, a 5 is better. So there we finally did some damage, which was a casualty. I was actually hoping for a pin, because a pin would have been more useful, but we didn't get it. So down here, we're going to come down here now, and we're going to fire on these guys. And that's too high. That's too high. And we pinned them. So that's better than nothing, but not by much. So that's all the firing I'm going to do. I'm going to have to advance under fire, which is what I was trying to avoid. But it is what it is. So we'll start here at the bottom. We'll take check-in here. He's got a half squad of elite rifle and a conscript squad and a full rifle squad. So we are going to advance. The question is where. And because he's a leader, he's got a movement availability of 6. So we could do here, here, and then here. The problem is you want to use assault movement, but this is already a 2 because you're moving through a hex that's got soldiers in it, essentially. So, and the red indicates that you can't stop there because it is, it would be an overstack. So your stack limit is 4 units per hex. So we're going to move regular movement here, and they didn't fire on us, which is nice. Now we're going to do it here, and we're probably going to get fired on by at least this guy. No. Okay. Well, let's turn that off. I guess I can't turn that off, which kind of sucks. Once you select it, you can't turn it off. Oh, well. So we're in the open, I think. We're probably in trouble here. Yeah, so the Germans are going to shoot this guy up. We'll move Arlov up. He's going to draw fire. They rolled a 9, so that inflicted some casualties because it got adjusted down. Arlov's leader rating is a 0, so he provides us no benefit at all. And I think we're probably going to just stop there. So we will stop there. We'll use assault movement for these guys and just move them up 1. And then these guys, we're going to use assault movement. They can only move 2 hexes this way. But we're going to try to get close enough to maybe attack these guys. So this is, like I said, this is going to be a dicey one to do anything with. And we don't have our tanks yet. So we have to hope for the best on these rolls that they roll high, which they did not, of course. We don't have any cover. That's a miss. That's going to be a miss. That's a miss. That's a miss. That is, yeah, that's a miss. That's going to be a hit. Alright, so in the advance and assault phase, you can move one. So we're going to do that. We're going to move up here. These guys are all in the open anyway, so we're going to move them up. Actually, I don't know if he is in the open. I guess that's probably some protection there. We'll leave that one alone. Let's move these guys up. They're in the open anyway. Well, he's not. We have one pinned. I'm going to move the other ones up anyway. Alright, I think that's all I'm going to do. Now it's going to be their turn. They're going to shoot us up because we don't have a whole lot of cover here. So they fired a mortar there. That's a 10. That'll be a miss. Gotta hope for high rolls here. 8. That should be a miss. 7. Yep, miss. 6. That's going to be a hit. Only a pin, so not too bad. 5, going to be a hit. Another pin. 8, that'll be a miss. And another 8. Another pin. And a 7, that's going to be a hit. 8, miss. An 8, miss. Okay, so now they're in their movement phase. Now it's defensive fire time. So we'll take a roll at it. Miss. They have good defensive positions. We do not. So we have to hope for low rolls, which we're not getting. That's a good roll. That was helpful. Just missed. Barely missing. But a miss is a miss. Six, nope. Nope. Nice how I keep missing by just one, right? There we go. That was helpful. Yes. All right. So a little bit of progress there. And now we'll go to their advanced phase. And now it's our turn again. All right, so we're going to set up to hopefully assault this hex here. So I'm going to fire. It's not fire phase right now, but I'm planning on firing this guy at this guy. So we're going to advance to the fire phase. We're going to fire right here. Hope for a low roll, not get it. What do I want to do here? Ooh, that's a good roll. All right. So they're doing a little bit of damage here and there to just kind of maybe whittle them away. The southern area is not quite as important because all of the objectives are up top, unless we're trying to flank, which I kind of am, because the more pressure you can put on them, the better. Obviously, the northern area is going to be the focal point of the attack because we need to take these two objectives plus these two before we even worry about the strong point here in the middle. All right, so let's move. So you always have to kind of wonder, well, I guess we'll take another crack at this and see if we can, let's take a shot at this guy and hope for a low roll. A 6, not going to be good. See, I'm always hesitant to fire because it seems like I always roll 7s, 8s, 9s, you know, or even 5s that get modified just barely out of the range to actually even pin somebody. We'll fire from the center spot again here. Well, we do. I don't know if it's even worth it to try to shoot at that guy. We'll shoot here. He's got relatively low defense compared to everybody else, but it's still a miss. Because I rolled a 6 and he had 2, so of course it becomes an 8, which is a miss. That's all I'm going to fire. I need to move. And now we got a couple of tanks that have appeared, so that's nice. So we're in our movement phase. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try and move these guys up. Where's my leader? Here's my leader. That would be 2, 4, 6 if I use assault movement, which I'm going to do. Actually, no, that's not going to get him there. It'll get him adjacent to it. So he's not going to be able to move there. See, that's the thing. If you don't use assault movement, they're going to shoot at you and they're going to hit. So, yeah, great. Sacrificial lambs, essentially, was the plan there. Huh. You can't move here for some reason. Seven. No, that figures. Okay. So we can move here. And here. 10, so that'll be too high to do any damage. That's a half squad. we're going to stop right here. Stop right there. Now we can move our tanks. Of course, they rolled a 2 on the 2 hit and a 7. So no damage, thankfully. Alright, because that's our monster tank right there. So... we'll stop him right there. Alright, defensive fire. And hope for the best. High rolls, high rolls. 10s will work. We won't get all 10s though. There you go. That's gonna be a... Yep, that's gonna be a problem. I can live with pinning. Kind of, I suppose. Alright, so here we go. 4, 6, 5. The odds here might not be great. Well, we get a 2 to 1. That's better than I might have hoped for. Alright, so we captured 2 of our objectives. So not too shabby so far. Let's move these guys up. Looking for anti-tank weapons. They have a mortar. I don't really have any anti-tank weapons per se. Alright, so let's try this now. We get a 3 to 1 here. We need to roll low though. 6 is pretty decent. We'll take it, I guess. I mean, I was hoping to not take any casualties, but can't always win it. 2 to 1, just shy of a 3 to 1. All right. Not terrible. Not terrible. Okay, on to turn number 3, or turn 2, the German side rather. So they're shooting at my tank. No damage. They fired with the mortar. 9. That's going to be a miss. A 10. That's going to be a miss. That's going to be a miss. Seven. Oh well. 6, gonna be a hit. 7, gonna be a hit probably. Yep. Probably gonna eliminate this guy too. No, he missed. Alright, so now we're in their movement phase. They're getting some reinforcements here. All right. Nope. Nope. impossible dream. Yep. They can't hit anybody because they're conscripts and their range is terrible. Be nice if I could hit somebody. Frustration level mounting. And that's all I can do, I guess. All right. Command phase. Okay. Still don't really have anything to do on the command phase. So now we're in the fire phase. Nice. All right. That is useful. Low, low, low. Nope. Bingo. That helped some. Okay, I'm going to move to the movement phase. We're going to move some units here. Interesting that they didn't shoot at him. Ugh. That was good. 7, not good. Trying to sneak is what I'm trying to do. Not sneak, but not sneak, essentially. That'll be that. Might leave him there. that sucked. It killed my tank, man. That's just not right. I don't think I'm going to do that. Okay. Well, the mortar attack actually worked for them that time. And they're shooting at my tank. No damage. That's going to be a miss. Oof. Nope. Low. Okay. Oh, just missed it. That +5 is a killer, man. Nope. Oh, conscripts, no range. All right. Okay, let's see. Skip ahead. Fire phase. Alright, we did. Knocked them down to just a leader now, so that's good. Oh, we got a valorous unit. That helps on rolls, so we need to use that. 5. Nice. That worked out okay. 1, 2, 3. Well, we can try it, I guess. 5. Oh, just missed. Okay. Oh. Good. Seven. Nope. Nope. We're going to leave that one be. Yeah, I'm going to combine these into one stack, I think. Okay, I think that's all I'm going to do for my fire phase. I'm going to go to a movement phase now. And now things are going to get dicey here. So we are going to say... I don't even know if I should try this. It's turn 4. Maybe I shouldn't even bother to try this. We go assault move. High. 6. Nope, it's going to be hits. Damn it. And now I can't go there where I was going to go, so we're just going to back out. Oh, that was terrible. Really couldn't afford that. We needed a 10 in that spot so that I can assault, because now I'm not going to be strong enough to hit this guy probably. Damn it. All right. Missed. High, high, high. No. Ugh. That's great. And you just keep rolling low. Ugh. Useless. nothing. All right. Command phase. I don't have a leader, so I can't combine these guys. All right, moving on. Just checking my support weapons here, of which I don't really have all that many. Go to the fire phase. Use our tanks. Nope. I hate high rolls. You are killing me, man. That's just fantastic. All right, move phase. Oh, thank God. This is going to result in some badness, but I got to try it. That wasn't as bad as it could have been. They always roll what they need to inflict some casualties there to prevent me from being able to do my assault. Well, I'm assaulting anyway. We'll start here. It's a 4-1, so as long as I don't roll a 12, I should be okay. Two to 1, probably roll a 12 here. Oh, 6. All right, all right, all right. Not terrible, I guess. No, I'm not doing that. All right. That is all I'm doing here. We've got 2 turns now to take the last 3 objectives here. Offensive fire phase. No. 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 We get no love here, man. Well, that was a good one at least. Did something. Okay, command phase. Don't have anything to do here, so we're going to move on. Fire phase. Hope for something good. No. Nope. 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 Isn't it great how I can roll a 10 over and over and over again? Alright, move phase. Oh. What? Oh, what happened there? Come on, man. Somehow I skipped my own movement phase. Did I hit it twice somehow? Oh, man. This is great. Well, I think it's become obvious that I'm not going to be able to win this scenario. My rolling was bad in general. I rolled a lot of numbers that missed by a lot or a little, but missed most of the time, while they rolled pretty low and did pretty well. So I think in terms of that, I'm just going to wrap this up because this has gotten extremely long and honestly extremely frustrating from my side. So I'm going to wrap it up. I think you've gotten the gist here of what this looks like. So thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Please consider liking, sharing, and/or subscribing if you would. That would be awesome. But for now, that will do it. My name is Joe. This has been Hexed Encountered, and until next time, happy gaming.